Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to online Pali reading class. Today is going to be day, I would say.
Yeah, sorry, Bhante.
Yes.
I just want to ask you more here.
Yes.
I just wonder where is your poll put into? In the Google doesn't have how will you get the pool of the attendance? It was in your WhatsApp. Sorry, thank you.
It's on WhatsApp. It's a voting app actually. Don't worry, you are here now. So do not worry. You are with us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just wonder
Yes.
how they got it because I don't see it in Google's too.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
If you could, you can vote it there. Otherwise, it's okay. All right. So
Thank you.
let's get started. Session by paying homage to Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhasse. All right. So today I Teluk Intan Perak in a Buddhist center. Going to give a talk after this session, our online Pali reading class. All right. So let's get into our text today. All right. Some ask me why the numbers are changed, the stanza numbers are changed. So it is because I gave numbers to the the prose area at the beginning. So the numbers got changed. Like, for example, I would say, if you go to, you can see here, lesson 5, you can see I have given numbers to the text over here. This is how the first stanza got number 5, right? Yeah, because I wanted to explain one by one, but that doesn't make it a big issue. All right, so we have come down to section 10 and 11. That means you could see these are almost about, I would say, Maṅgala factors number 22. This is 22. So I would say 22 to 26. Yeah. And then 27 to 30. Yeah. That means we have discussed almost 21 blessings already. All right, so let me recite this part. Garavocha nivatocha santutti-cha patanyuta alena dhamma savanam etang Maṅgala uttamam. Once again, Garavocha nivatocha santutti-cha patanyuta kalena dhamma savanam etang Maṅgala uttamam. All right, so we will ask group 1, somebody from group 1 to read? Someone from group 1. Today we have a group 9. There's some other people join. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good to raise your hand so I know who's that. Yeah, Lucky. Yes, please go ahead.
Garavocha Nivatocha Santuticha Katanyuta Kalena Dhamma Savanam Etam Maṅgala Muttama.
Right. Yeah. Then somebody from group 2. Yeah, Kim, let's go ahead.
Garavocha Nivatocha Santuticha Katanuta Kalina Dhamma Savanam Itam Maṅgala Muttamam.
All right. Could you go to this side, this section?
Santuticha Katanuta.
Okay, so there is something to learn. Santuti.
Santuti.
Santuti. You can see now when you say this it's become not the. If it is like this, it could be the. It is going to be the, but there's a dot, it's going to be the. But there's another the with H. That means T.
Santuti.
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 Teacher. This part?
Katanuta.
So these letters are pronounced a little differently. Kata nyuta.
Katanyuta.
Better. Kata nyuta. Right. All right. Somebody from group 3. Yeah, please raise your hand here. Not raise your hand like this. There's a button. Group 3.
Santuti. Santuti.
Nobody from group 3? We have Ko Chong In, Khan Hui Lin, Corina, Ching, Ji Tong Seng, Indradeep Singh. Okay, group 4. Yeah, Oi. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening,
Good evening. Yes, please go ahead.
Garavocha Nivatocha Santuticha Katanyuta Kalena Dhamma Savanam Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Somebody from group 5. So when you're done, please untick them. Yeah, Po Chung. Go ahead. Please.
Yes, so Chu, thank you. Bhante.
Yes, please go ahead.
Garavocha Nivatocha Santuticha Katanuita Kalena Dhamma Savanam.
Yeah.
Oh, Etang. So sorry.
That's okay.
Etang Maṅgala Muttamam.
Okay. Maybe there's a little space here. That's why you can. All right.
Sorry.
Okay. We had to bridge
Bhante.
that gap over here. Okay. So it has to be now when you pronounce here now, how to say Kalena Dhamma. Right? It's H. I always say this. H. Dhamma Savanam. Yeah, other than that, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Bhante. I have hearing impairment. So can you repeat what you say?
Okay,
I didn't quite hear.
Yeah, it's a small comment, nothing big, nothing serious. So here, when you recite the third part, so yeah, Kalena, yes.
Dhamma Savanam.
Now when you say Dhamma, now I think I showed this the other day. Now these are two versions. See, now this Dhamma is what you call This is about taming. This is called taming. Like the meaning is taming. But this is what you call by Dhamma, doctrine, maybe there are other meanings. So here it has to be Dhamma, not Dhamma. Kalena Dhamma Savana.
Dhamma savanam.
Dhamma, Dhamma, DH.
Dhamma
Yeah.
savanam.
Yeah, not Dhamma, Dhamma Savana. There's an emphasis over here actually. See the
Dhamma.
H. No, when you
Dhamma.
say Dhamma, then it's like this. And Dhamma Savana.
Oh,
So we could actually, we have to pronounce this H. Dhamma Savana. See,
Dhamma.
Savana.
Dhamma
Savana.
savanam.
Okay.
Is it correct?
Yeah, it's better.
I'll
Okay.
practice that. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Take your time, it's practice. All right, somebody from group 6. Yeah, Tanswat. Yeah.
Bhante, I try.
Yes, please.
Darabo cha nivato cha. Tantuti cha katanuta. Kalena dhamma savanang. Etam Maṅgalam muttamang.
Great. Yes, great. Group 7.
May I, Bhante?
Yes, Nilesh. Sorry.
Garavacha, Nivaracha, Antutija, Kadanuta, Kalena, Dhamma, Savananma, Etam, Maṅgala, Uttama.
Can you recite this one, read this one? Third line. Kalena.
Kalena, Dhamma, Savanam.
Savanam. Yes. Savanam. Etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Kalena, Dhamma, Savanam.
Yes. Yes. Great. Group 8. Someone from group 8. Yeah, Subkunle. Yeah, please go ahead. Can you please unmute your mic?
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Garavocha, Nivatocha, Santuticha, Katanyuta, Kalena, Dhamma Savanam, Etang Maṅgala Muttamang.
Yeah, great.
Okay, thank you.
All right. The new people, they will be under group 9. So we got new people, I would say. We have Chu Peng. We have Yap Mi Yon and Dr. Anamika Sagar, Gobi Ling, Kang Fong Kuen, Chung Yi Yang, Serena Ho, Yanavati Pereira, Yong Sui Moy. They all go under group 9. So Chu Peng, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Chu Peng.
Garavocha, Nivatocha, Santuticha, Katanuta, Kalena Dhamma Savanang, Etang Maṅgala Muttamang.
All right, so we have done the groups. So if anybody wants to read in addition to them, please, this is your time. Please raise your, yeah, Suzanne, go ahead. Yeah, please unmute Suzanne. Oh, something happened to Suzanne. She unmuted, maybe she left. All right, till she come, may all, please go ahead.
Garavocha, Nivatocha, Santutija, Katanyuta, Kalana, Dhamma Savanam, Etam Maṅgala Muttamam.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, then may all.
Garavocha, Nivatocha, Santuticha, Katanuta, Kalena, Dhamma Savanam, Etam Maṅgala Muttamang.
Indra?
Garavo cha nivato cha santuti cha katanyuta kalena dhamma savanam etang Maṅgala muttamang.
Oh, Indra, I think he pronounces DH in a very clear way. Can you pronounce for others here? Kalena?
Kalena dhamma savanam.
Ah, see, this is a good pronunciation. Everybody learns. One more time.
Kalena dhamma savanam.
Yes, see, that's good. Better, so you can all understand. Good, good. Yeah, Melinda, Chan.
Okay. Garavocha, Nivatocha, Santuticha, Nuta, Kalena, Dhammasavanam, Etam Maṅgala muttamang.
Great. Yes.
Thank
And
you.
CHR.
Okay. Garavocha, Nivatocha, Santuticha, Katanuta, Kalena Dhamma Savanam, Etam Maṅgalam muttamang.
Here, I heard, yeah, you said katanuta, katanuta. You see that there are some diacritical marks above, and you see, it has to be new, not new.
Okay.
Nyuta. Can
Can I
you go
read
ahead?
it? Okay.
Maybe you can go for the second line only.
Pardon?
Only go for the second line.
Second line. Santuti cha katanyuta.
Ah, great, great. Much better. So whenever there is something above the letter or below the letter, there's something that you have to pronounce a little differently than how the normal letters look like. This and then definitely katanuta if they were given without any marks. But if they were given some marks here, it has to be katanyuta. It's like anya kondanya, the Dhammacakka Sutta. Nyuta santutte cha katanyuta. Yeah, great. Annie, please.
Garavocha nivatocha santuticha katanyutta kalena dhammasavana etang Maṅgala muttamang.
Great. And then we have Yong Sui Moy. I think this is your first time, Yong, right?
Yes.
Is this your first time? Yeah, go ahead.
This is the first
Let's see.
time.
Yes.
Garavocha nivatocha santuticha katanyutta kalena dhammasavanam etang Maṅgala muttamang.
Etam Maṅgala.
Muttamang.
Ah, muttamang, not N here. No N.
Okay. Thank you.
It has to be N. Right, great.
Mm.
Yeah. Fast learner. Good. Sumita, please go ahead.
Garavocha nivatocha santutti cha katanyuta kalena dhammasavanam etang Maṅgala muttamang.
Good. Nearing the perfection. Great. All right. So we have who else? So those of them who already right, please uncheck your raise hand thing. Okay, know who else? All right. Anybody else? Yeah, looks like nobody because we have another stanza too. So what I'm doing is that I'm trying to. All right, maybe we're gonna discuss this first, and then we go to the next. Maybe we're gonna keep reading the next one too, so we can leisurely, explain the stuff. All right. So Maṅgala, highest Maṅgalas, highest blessings, number 27 to 30. That means we have 38. So we done from 22 to 26. Previous one, here 27 to 30. Kanticha, not kanti, kanticha, so chasata, samananancha dasana, kalena, dhamma sakacha, etang Maṅgala. Once again, Kanti cha sovachasata samananancha dasana kalena dhamma sakacha etam Maṅgala muttama. All right, so we'll go again by groups. Group 1.
Okay, Bhante, I try.
Okay, Annie, let's go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Annie.
Okay. Kanticha sovachasata samananancha dasana kalena dhammasakacha eta Maṅgala muttamam.
Right. So good. So, another thing to think about is that nobody is worried about when you chanting anything without aspirant. Nobody cares about it. This you say. But if somebody knows some little Pali, they might feel like, why do some people not pronounce H sound properly? Some of the other diacritical marks. That's why we need to pronounce each letter well. Okay, group 2. Yeah, Suzanne, let's go ahead.
Kanticha sovachasata. Kanticha sovachasata. Samanyancha dasanam kalina dhamma sakacha etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Okay, could you go again here? This part?
Samanancha.
Yeah, you had to blend it. Blend it. Samananancha. Samananancha. Dasana.
Samanancha dasanam.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
So, group 3. Yeah, someone from group 3.
Corina here, Bhante.
Okay, Corina, go ahead. Yes.
Kanticha soa chasata samana nancha dasanam kalena dhamma sakancha etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Kalena dhamma sakacha.
Kalena dhamma sakacha.
Sakacha. Etam Maṅgala. All right.
Etam Maṅgala muttamam.
Great. Group 4.
Simoy here, Bhante.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Kanticha sovachasata samananancha dasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etam Maṅgala muttamam. Okay, can we go again here, this part? Kanticha sovachasata.
Okay. So let's say, okay, now see the difference. This Kanti. This Kanti. Can you pronounce these two separately?
Up one is Kati. Below is Kanti.
Please go ahead again.
Kati. Kanti. The low one is Kati.
Kanti. So KH, not KANT, long E actually, long I. Kanti. Kanti.
Kati.
Kanti cha sovachasata.
Kanticha sovachasata. Okay, thank you, Bhante.
All right. Somebody from group 5. Group 5.
Bhante, hold you here. I try again.
Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Kanticha So vachasata samanan samananancha dasana.
Not samanana, samanana. Sa and
Oh,
sa, two
hold on, huh?
sounds.
Okay.
Saman.
Samanancha
Uh-huh.
dasanam
Mhm.
kalena dhammasakacha etang Maṅgala muttamam.
Great. So, but I wanted to show you something else here. Now, when you recite the 5 precepts, you can see this one. I don't have diagonal marks here, so just understand from this way. This one. Now, let's say the first one. Okay. Now, when you, I would say, chant, or maybe recite. Now, some people, they pronounce this part a little differently. There's an issue. Like same thing here. You can say samana, but summon. It has to be summoned. Here, pana atipata veramani, some people say sikka padang samadhya. Padang. It's incorrect. Sikka padang. Sikka padang. Sikka padang sama. No, sikka padang. Right? Same way. Kanti jaso vachasata. Samana, not samana. Samana. That's
Samanam, samanancha, samananancha.
that's enough. Yeah,
Dasana.
yeah, great. Oh, no concerns, but I was just saying this S part actually.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's okay.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes. All right. So somebody from group 6.
Monday, can I try?
All right. Yes.
Here.
Did I hear from?
Can I try, Bhante?
Are you from group 6?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Patrick. Tanticha suvachasata samana nancha dasanam kalena dhammasakacha etang Maṅgala muttamam.
But I hear some concerns over here. Can you go again? Slowly. Go again slowly.
Go again slowly.
Yeah, read slowly.
Kanticha suvachasata.
Yeah, take your time. Don't say kanti. Kanticha suvachasata.
Kanticha suvachasata.
Yeah.
Samana nancha dasanam kalena dhammasakacha etang Maṅgala muttamam.
See how beautiful is the pronunciation when you slow down. Huh? Great.
Yeah, I used to speak very fast.
Yeah, see, that doesn't apply to Pali. Take your time, slow down. Otherwise, you might, because maybe you bringing your own language, whatever the spoken language that you have now, I don't know what language, into Pali. But Pali is a different language, so we have to pronounce with a little slow down, you know, so we can pronounce properly. And we can, that's beautiful to hear too. Yeah, great. Group 7. Nilesh.
Kanticha sova chastata samanacha dasanata alena dhamma sakacha etam Maṅgala muttama.
Yeah, right. Nilesh, when you pronounce, try to pronounce each letter. That is the only concern. Otherwise, it should be okay.
Sorry, Bhante. Silmoy, I have a question.
Yes. So
regarding the pronunciation of the TA, like in this word panatipata, some people pronounce it panatipata. Is it there's two pronunciations?
It's wrong. It's wrong. It has to be. Actually, I did not add the remark. See, this
so
has to be like this.
ta or must be ta.
Panatipata, because
Ta.
has been because it has to be. What is the translation here? It's to be
Like the one
Pana.
previous, like the one previous before this phrase 27. You go back up a bit.
Yeah. So when you combine, it has to be pata, not pata. Panatipata. Yes.
So if sometimes there's another word that behind is ta, so they can pronounce it as pata also.
No, normally it depends on the place. Do you know?
Depends on the place lah. That can pronounce as ta,
Yeah.
ta or ta lah. Or
Can
but
you-
in this case, no lah.
In this case, not at all. Do you know any Pali text where you can slow down without a long A? Then I can tell you.
Okay,
Here,
you
no.
go back to, you scroll down above one, just now the above. This one, the kata not. Oh, this one also long A. No.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pali
different.
has long A. You can't just
Oh,
stop
long A.
without a
Unless it's the short A lah.
Mostly Pali has long A. Pali,
Oh, okay.
because of the euphony, Pali has long A most of the time.
Oh, mostly long
Never
A.
say
Okay, thank you.
Panatipata Veramani. Panatipata Veramani. Adinadana, no, Adinadana Veramani. Kamasumichachara, no, Kamasumichachara Veramani. Musavada Veramani. It's like that.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Okay. Group 7. Somebody from group 7.
I was already done, but Bhante, group 7.
Nilesh, oh, you already said that, so we'll pass this opportunity to somebody else. Yeah. So we have, do we have Sumana over here? Shirley? Yeah, Shirley. Yeah, please go ahead.
Kanti cha sovacha sata samanancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacha etan Maṅgala uttamam.
Yeah, great. Group 8.
Bhante.
Group 8. Yeah. Yeah, someone from group 8. Sakun, yeah, go ahead. Please unmute your.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kanti cha sovacha sata samana nanja dasanang kalena dhammasah kacha etam Maṅgala uttamam.
Great.
Thank
Group
you.
9. New group. Someone from group 9. Nobody? The new ones? All right, Chupeng, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. Where am I? Kanti cha sovacha sata samana nancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacha etang Maṅgala uttamam.
Great. Yana? Yeah. Yeah, Yana Pereira, please go ahead, unmute. And then read. All right. Seems.
Sorry. Kanti cha sova chasata samana nancha dasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etang Maṅgala uttamam.
Okay, good. Yeah. And then others? Oi?
Kanti cha Kanti cha sovacha sata samana nanja dasanang kalena dhamma sakacha etang Maṅgala uttamam.
Great. And we have Kim over here. Yeah, go ahead.
Kanti cha sovacha sata samana nancha dasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etam Maṅgala uttamam.
Kim ran into that issue, that Panatipata Adinadana issue. Go ahead with the third line. See?
Kalena Damasakacha.
Not Sakacha, Sakacha.
Sakacha.
See that issue? The issue that somebody brought over here. Kalena Dhamma Sakacha, because there's long A here, see? Long A.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not bad, you learn that where you do not pronounce, at some point. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Melinda, please.
Bhante.
Yes.
Kananti cha
What's that? What's that?
Repeat. Not
Kananti. No.
Kanti cha sova cha sata samana nancha dasanam kalena dhammasa kacha etam Maṅgala muttamam.
She found issue. See, she immediately corrected. Sakacha, Sakacha. See.
Thank you.
Kalena Dhamma Sakacha. Great.
Kalena dhammasa. Thank you.
Sujata? Yeah, Sujata, go ahead, please. All right, so we have Sujata here. Please unmute and then wait. If Sujata not here, you can ask Nilesh. All right, none of them are responsive here. Anybody else?
Bhante, Sumo here. Now I got the question about the A behind. So now this word, the kan teacher, like pronounce as like in paticha, the one pronounced as cha, paticha samupada, the one.
There you have to use that way, other way.
Another, that means there's two pronunciation.
No,
It depends.
Now you said panatipata,
Panatipata.
There, when you say paticha, let me type that for you. Is there any long E over here? No long E.
No. No, so the pronunciation.
Paticha samupada.
Paticha. Also, yeah. So the same pronunciation of this teacher lah.
Yeah, paticha. But if it
but
is
I heard
long,
somebody they pronounce it paticha.
No, that's
wrong lah.
You don't say wrong, it's incorrect.
Because they told me there's two pronunciation lah.
No two pronunciation. Pali has a very specific, distinct, unique pronunciation. It has been paticha. Paticha. If you see this letter, see, anywhere it has to be
long,
long all the time. Here you don't see it.
Okay, right? Thank you, Bhante. Satu.
Yeah, CHR. Let's go.
Okay. Kan teacher sowa jasata samananancha dasanam kalena dhammasakacha etam Maṅgalam muttamam.
Great.
Thank you.
Maybe you may little improve by pronouncing each letter separately. That might give you more specific, precise pronunciation. But so far, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, about Bikuni from France. Yes. Let's go ahead. Yeah, Venerable Tian, please go ahead. Please unmute. All right, looks like she's finding ways to be responsive. Sujata, are you with us? Oh, it's not Preeti. Yeah, Preeti, go ahead. Preeti. Oh, Sumana.
Hello.
Preeti, go
Hello?
ahead. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
am I audible to you, Bhante?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Kanti cha sova sachata.
Sova, did
Sorry.
you say sova chas?
No, yeah, just a minute. Kanti cha sova chasata samananancha rasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etam mangalam uttamam.
Yeah, great. And who else? Shali?
Bhante, I just want to ask, what is the difference of the N with dot below and dot without dot? The N, samana, and the kalena.
These are two ends actually. Now, this N and it when you say this N, this is a dental, like see here, kanti. This is dental. That means you pronounce that D with your teeth. But when you see this N, this is, we normally say this is going to be palatal. You pronounce it with the palate, right? So for here, you cannot use dental N because it has to be palatal N. All right, there are two N's in Pali. This one is called palatal. That means you have to pronounce with your palate. And this normal N is dental. Let me show you. Kalena, kali. But here, samana. And there's a difference actually in your pronunciation. There's a difference. Make sense? This one is palatal. This one is dental. Yeah. Yes, we can please. Wonderful. Okay, who else? Yeah, what in? Yes. Let's go ahead.
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Kanti cha sova sata samana nancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacha etam mangalam uttamang.
Yeah, great. Who else is here? Anybody else?
Bhante, can I try Bhante? Neo here?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Kanti cha suvacha satta samana nancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacha etang mangalam uttamam.
Yeah, great.
Thank you, Bhante. Bhante, I've got a question here, Bhante.
Yeah.
When we chant the Sangha Vandana, the second last Dakineo Anjali Karanio. The Anjali, the an, we cannot pronounce long N, right? Dakineo Anjali Karanio.
We cannot pronounce long what?
For Anjali.
I is long. Anjali. Wait,
Normally
Anjali.
when we chant Ahuneyo, Pahuneyo, Dakineyo, Anjali Karaniyo.
Yeah.
So the Anjali, normally the An is like quite short, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anjali Karani.
Yeah, but
Anjali
then there's a sign above the N.
Maybe we're gonna find it out.
Ahuneyo, Pahuneyo, Dakineyo, Anjali Karaniyo.
Yeah.
I think you call it the lingual.
Okay, you are talking about here.
Second last line, the last word.
This one.
Anjali Karan, yes, correct.
Yes. So
the Anjali, we cannot like Anjali.
No, this is not N actually. This is
it not N?
This is nya, like here, nyaya pati, nya. See, not nyaya pati. See, you can see. This is not N. There is this. We call it nya.
Oh, okay.
Anjali Karani. Now we were talking about, like as Shirley asked, This is normal A. Sorry. See. Okay, now let's find out the normal A here. Normal A is here. This is dental. Supadipanna. Then we can find out over here. We don't find
Sami Chipatipano.
yeah, we don't Sami Chipatipanna. But yeah, that is yes, but this N go as a nasal. As a nasal, it is not the palatal N. So I would say here Anjali means Anjali, not Anjali. So this nya sound actually.
Oh, okay. Okay, understood. Thank you, Bhante.
All right. Anybody else? All right, I think nobody's there. So let's then. Oh, Bikuni, are you going to recite? Please go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead. We were waiting for you.
Anti Chasovakatata Sama Nanta Dasanang Kalena Thamasakacha Etang Maṅgala Mutanang.
Etang Maṅgala. Yeah, last line. Etang Maṅgala.
Etang Maṅgala Mutanam. Mutamam.
Great. Yeah. All right. I think everybody recited. Sujata, are you with us?
Yes, Bhante
Okay.
ji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kanti chasa sovachasata samana nacha dasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etang mangala muktamam.
Yeah, great. All right. So let's go to the
Can I try, Bhante?
all
Kanti
right.
Sovachasata Samana Nancha Dasanang Kalena Dhamma Sakacha Etang Maṅgala Muttamang.
Great. Anybody else?
Is that?
Bhante, this is Indra. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
This long A related to 5 precepts like Panatipata or Musawada. Long A, is it because they are plural or something else, Bhante? Are they long A because of plural?
Good question. Let me see. Panatipata. Adinadana. I don't think so.
Yeah, Musawada.
I think
they all seem to be long A.
Yeah. Because in Pali, combination pattern, Sandhi, because of the Sandhi, I would say because of the combinations, because normally Pali has been evolving in an oral way. So they would like to make it in a way with long letters. There's nothing connected to plurality over there.
Okay, thank you.
Because Adinadana is just a function, like not doing something or doing something. So there are no people attached to those letters, actually.
Bhante, is it because of the case? Is ablative case? The R, the long A, is it ablative?
It is from which case?
Ablative.
Ablative case. Yeah, ablative case.
From, abstain from.
Yeah, ablative case. Yeah, there is. Yeah, you are right. Yes, because you are refraining from. You are refraining from that particular thing. Kamismichachara viramani. Yeah, you could say so. Ablative means Panchami. Panchami is a little going into the grammar a little bit, but it's called the 5th case, Panchami. Panchami case. In Pali, we have conjugation and then declension. As a case rule, yes. Because you are refraining from, abstaining from. So yeah, you could say so. Mhm. All right, anybody else wants to okay, let's get into our contextual meanings. All right. So here, as you can see, there are 5 blessings, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That means, can we name them? Garbocha means 22, then Nivatocha 23, Santuti is 24, then Katanyuta is 25th, then Kalina Dhamma Savanang is 26. All right, Garavocha. Now, Garavo means, translation is respect. How do we understand Garavo in the Buddhist teachings? Garavo. Garavo. This is an oftentimes used word in the Pali text, respect. Sattu Garava, that means respect for the teacher. And there are Dhamma Garava, respect for the teaching. So Garavo means that when you are a respectful person, that is going to be a highest blessing in your life. That means those people who are disrespectful to them and to others, they are not getting that blessing, right? This respect is not a blessing. Disrespect is going to be a downfall. Downfall, actually, it's kind of a I would say bad virtue, right? And let me go to the next one. Nivatocha. Nivatocha means humility. How do we separate this word, Nivato? Anybody wants to understand what is Vata? What does Vata mean? Vata. What does Vata mean? Vata means wind. Wind. So the idea is that when fame or any compliments come to you, you are not moved by the winds of, I would say, reputation, compliments, or whatever the thing. So you are particularly focused on your humility. Nivato is such a very interesting, very important quality. Actually, we can learn it from the Buddha, right? Anybody has any memory about any occasions where Buddha was very, I would say, he had lots of humility towards others? And life story about the Buddha? Maybe anything in the history of the Buddha, in the story of Buddha? When he goes out, does he go with an aura? Does he go with kind of a bunch of stuff that are embellishing his body? Remember the story between Arhan Mahakashyapa and the Buddha? You remember that story? Arhan Mahakashyapa had a devotee, a lady, and then she used to give dana to Arhan Mahakashyapa. And you know, Arhan Mahakashyapa and the Shakyamuni Buddha, they are pretty same in their features. So one day, the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, came on that way. And then this lady thought this is Arhan Mahakashyapa. So he offered dana into the Shakyamuni Buddha's bowl, alms bowl. Then he left. Then after a while, she saw Arhan Mahakashyapa, the I would say familiar person, the familiar face is coming. There was slight changes between those two. the Buddha and Arahant Mahakashyapa. Then she ran into the Buddha. I would say she didn't know who is the Buddha. Bhante, it was a mistake. So can I take the food I offered? I have to give to the other. The Buddha gave the bowl. And then she took all the food and then put back in the Arahant Mahakashyapa's alms bowl. Now, if the Buddha was somebody with like lots of aura, and I'm the Buddha, I'm the teacher over here, how could people not understand? He was behaving as a normal person, right? He had aura, definitely, but he did not use it as a normal thing, right? Then Arahant Mahakashyapa looked up, he saw the Buddha, he determined, from today onwards, I should not stay in the city. I go to the forest. Then he came back after the Buddha passed away. Interesting, huh? The story. So the thing is that the Buddha was somebody who is very humble. Very humble. Because humility is very important to us. If you really want to grow in your life, professionally, especially as a person. So it's a blessing. Right? When people get things, when people are reputed, most people, they are not looking at their human side, right? So it's a blessing. If you have it, it's going to be definitely a blessing. That is going to be second blessing over here. Then third, santutti. Santutti. Now here, tutti. Tutti means, what does tutti mean? Tutti means joy, yeah? Joy. But it is preceded by sang. Sang means your joy comes from a kusala, I would say from a good reason. Santutti. Otherwise, you could say tutti. Your joy has to come from good things. Good things mean moral things. Are we always jovial from the good things or moral things, or are we also jovial because of bad things happen to other people? So our joy should mostly always should come from moral things, so that we are not creating akusalas. So santutti. Santutti is a highest blessing. Because if you don't have it, you are not creating your happiness. It's a very lengthy area to discuss. Now, in Buddhism, we understand that we are supposed to be happy people, right? Aren't we supposed to be happy people? In Buddhism, do we have to suffer? Do we have to suffer in Buddhism? No. Shouldn't be, yeah? Don't need to look at a text, but we shouldn't be suffering. That is why we want to learn. But some people explain Buddhism is a place of dukkha. Buddha only said dukkha, right? Everything is suffering. Even I sit down now, I feel a little uncomfortable. I want to stand up, right? Actually, what did the Buddha say? The Buddha says, our normal happiness is carrying a little happiness. Whatever the lay people are having, it's a little happiness. So I am teaching you a higher happiness. It's not that lay people are suffering. I am teaching you the happiness. This is the wrong place, right? You could go by a literal translation. Dukkha means suffering. Dukkha means unsatisfactoriness. But what the Buddha said in a deeper way is that what do lay people enjoy is a little happiness. Appasada dukkha kanta means it has a little happiness. But I'm teaching you a higher happiness. Because we know you won't be able to find higher happiness through suffering, through dukkha. So what I was trying to say is that santutti is a blessing. Is santutti a choice? Or it's an automatic thing? Is being happy a choice? Is being jovial a choice? Or we just have to wait for it? How do we look at it? It is a choice, right?
Yeah.
It is a choice. That means now we can be unhappy also. We can be unhappy if we want. If you want to make a choice, Now I want to be unhappy. But if you make the choice, no, I don't want to be unhappy. I'm trying to be happy in the moral way. Now, this is the happiness, joy from the moral way. So it's a blessing. Actually, as I said to you, these are not natural blessings. These are blessings that you have to create. That means your joy has to be created by. That means your whatever moral joy has to be created by. Otherwise, you will be dealing with the opposite. Santutti. Then, Katanyuta. This is a very interesting subject. Katanyuta. Let's separate out the words. Kata. What is kata? Maybe we're going to do like raise this part. Katanyuta.
Do. Perform or do. Done.
Kata means past participle. Language.
Done.
Yes. Having done. Kata. Then nyuta. Nyuta. No. That means there is an individual who knows what has been done, what has been happened, what has been done by other people. Right? That means you have a friend who helped you before. Right? You have somebody, you have a group of people starting from your family. Those were really helpful for you. So you know what they have done for you. Kata punya. Right? Kata new, right? Kata new means you know what other people have done. This is very interesting, as I said. The first virtue which the Buddha told us was, what was it? Was it anicca? Was it something else? What was the first virtue that the Buddha taught us in his life?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. How did he teach that?
He was protected under the Bodhi tree during his enlightenment.
Yeah, Bodhi tree incident. That means he wanted to respect the Bodhi tree. Right? It is said that he spent the second week by looking at the Bodhi tree, not blinking eyes. Somebody might think this is not a good thing, just looking at an inanimate thing, but respectful about this shape that he was able to get while he was becoming enlightened, awake. Then what are the other places where he was showing in the early times his gratitude? Now he was a little bit reluctant to give Dhamma talks, right? Then Sahampati Brahma came. He said, Bhante, there are a lot of people who want to learn Dhamma from you. So don't be reluctant. Then what did he do? He was thinking about the people who helped him, especially for the journey. And he looked at the people like Alarakalama, Uddakarama Buddha, and they had passed away a few days ago. And then they found out 5 ascetics, Panchavagya Bhikkhu. Why is it? Even what they suggested did not really work, but he really wanted to help them. Right? See, he was very grateful. So in our life, our virtues start not from dana, not from sila, not from bhavana. Where do our virtues start from? Gratitude. That is why we respect the Buddha at the beginning. Thanks to the teaching. Without the teaching, we don't know anything else. Gratitude is the first virtue. If you don't have gratitude, if you practice dana, sila, bhavana, you won't progress. You get stuck. You keep doing like a machine, but you won't get progress. Because these are all combined practices. Now, the Buddha says, if somebody knows that other people help him, help her, so I want to do something back to them, give back, maybe materially, maybe time-wise, that is such a noble, I would say, blessing. It is a blessing to you. They are respecting, they are really thankful to you also, and you are very thankful to them too, right? That is what we understand by Katanyuta. New means no. Okay. What is known? Kata, whatever the other people have done for you. Now, does the okay, what about the opposite side? Do people remember the bad things other people did to you too? To them? Now we talk about the good side. Katanyuta. That means, let's say someone has treated you well, someone has given you something, someone has introduced you to somebody else in your career, right? Maybe our parents, not me, I would say they have really took care of us. What about those people who have done so much bad things to you, mean things to you? How do you think about it? Katanyuta, it is the same, right? You know what they have done to you, right? How do you respond to that thought? Getting very angry, huh? They did that to me, so I had to do something to them. I'm going to teach them a lesson. Is that what we are supposed to do? Do not create a wound again. It was a wound. You are healing. You've been slowly healing, right? Right? So, if you are in the process of healing, why do you want to make that wound again soaring, right? We have to forget such things, and not even forget, but also you need to forgive. Some people think when you forgive, the benefit will go to that particular person. Actually, benefit will start from you. You forgive yourself first, not to that person, because the wound is within you. So Katanyuta means the gratitude that can work in both ways, good side and the bad side. So always think about the good things. I think sometimes there are people who have done the both to us, good things and bad things too. How do we respond to them? They've been good to us sometime, they've been bad to us sometime. So by understanding what they have been doing, their level, their nature, so we're going to be careful, we're going to be safe, but for the good things, we have to be really respectful and then thankful. That's a noble virtue. It's a blessing. So that blessing is something you are creating. That is what we call by Katanyuta. Now, Garavocha means respect. Nivatocha means being humble or humility. Santutti means content. I would say happiness or content. Katanyuta means that you know what other people have done and being grateful. And this is one blessing. Kalena Dhamma Savana. How do we understand that? Kalena. That means in the right time. Or during the right time. Dhamma Savana. Time we're listening to the Dhamma teaching. What does it mean? That means we need to listen to Dhamma at the right time. That means do not listen to Dhamma all the time. Huh? Some people want to listen to Dhamma all the time. While they're cooking also, they want to listen to a Dhamma talk. Is it good? Are you ready to embrace what the monks are saying to you? That's not good. Huh? You are. Just cook well. Do not try to confuse cooking with the Dhamma teaching. Maybe you might say, I'm busy, I want to listen to a Dhamma talk. Because when you are ready for the Dhamma talk, you will listen properly. Things will go into you in a good way. That is why the Buddha said, do not always listen to the Dhamma. Kalena Dhamma. Listen to the Dhamma at the right time. Right time is the time you are ready to listen. Not that you are doing multitasking stuff. Right? Do not listen to these stuff just by literal wordings. You see in your practical life, you see in your private life, whether it has worked for you. It's like some people, they listen to chanting while they are driving. Huh? They feel so calm. Huh? You should have lots of energy on the road to drive properly. You might get into a kind of ecstasy. When you are driving, you should try something that helps you to drive properly. Focus on the road. That is what you should listen. That is what the Buddha said. Listen to Dhamma at the right time, which means you have to create a time. Okay, from today, I'm going to listen to a Dhamma talk of whoever, the monk or whoever. I'm ready. Not even I'm ready. I'm going to change myself. That will not happen when you are trying to, do a couple of things at the same time, right? Kalena Dhamma Savana means listening to the Dhamma at the right time, right? Not at the wrong time. What is the wrong time then? Time that you are not ready. Can you listen to a Dhamma while you're taking a shower? No, that is a different experience. Can you listen to them while you are eating? No. When you eat, eat. That is something else other than. So that's why a lot of people, they have mixed up, confused. They have messed up with even the Dhamma practice. So have respect for the Dhamma. The respect won't come if you are not ready. All right. So here you have 5 Maṅgala blessings, higher blessings. What are they? Respect, humility, to Santutti, contentment or joy, Katanyuta, gratitude, and Kalena Dhamma Savana. I want to add something here to Santutti. Now, satisfaction and I would say contentment, they are two things. Normally, we can be satisfied with different things, but can we be content all the time? Contentment is always dependent upon other things too. The Buddha said for lay people, the lay people have to be happy in 4 ways. In one of the suttas, Anguttara Nikaya, he said, lay people should be happy by thinking, I have stuff already. I have my family, I have so and so forth. I'm not going to name one by one. Because there are people who are not always looking at what they have. They are looking at, oh, other people have something else which I don't have. I don't have it. So I'm unhappy about it. That is not the way how the Buddha said. First, look at what you have. We call it Atti Sukha. First, happiness in lay life comes from by understanding what you have, not what you don't have. Our human mind always goes to, oh, I don't have it done. That one has that. So unhappy about it. Atti Sukha is looking at what you have that makes you happy. Bhoga Sukha, not even you have. Now you are enjoying what you have. There are people who have lots of stuff, but they are not lucky to use them actually. Because they have lots of stuff, but they are not lucky to use. The Buddha said the reason is that in the past life or in past lives, they have given lots of dana, but with lots of expectations. Then what will happen to them is they get what they offered, but they are not able to enjoy them. Is it a good thing, dumb folks? You have lots of things in your house, outside your life, but for some reasons, you don't have time. People are not going to match with you. And different things happen to you. You are not able to enjoy what you have. The Buddha said, because those people have given lots of dana, but with lots of future expectations. I want to be like this, I want to be like this, I want to have this and that. In Pali, we say, there's a Pali statement for that. You can find it in the Samyutta Nikaya. Ularesu panchasukama gunesu chittang namati. That means if you have done good things with lots of expectations, in future lives, you will get all that because it's karma vipaka. But your mind is not going to enjoy it because you have done it with so many expectations. So whenever you do a good thing, do not have expectations. Do it well. That's it. The rest will take care of you. Why do you have to worry about complimentary stuff? You're getting it as a complimentary benefit. All right. So Santutti, that means being content. So the second happiness is being that happiness arises because you enjoy what you have. Third happiness is Anana Sukha. Anana Sukha means you have acquired whatever the money, whatever the things through without being what you call indebted to other people, right? But in today's world, you may have a credit card, you have to buy stuff on credit, but you should be able to pay back. Banks, like, we don't pay the full amount. Say just pay the minimum amount, we are in trouble. But the thing here is that we should minimize loans, liabilities, and our financial stuff. Minimize them unless you can pay back with a good plan, right? Because when the liability list goes up, then it's gonna be an issue to anybody. So that says, find out your happiness, find out the stuff, enjoy them without being indebted to anything, anybody. Last happiness for lay people comes from anavajja sukha. I have earned money in good ways, not in bad ways. I have not cheated anybody. I have not swindled. I have not lied to people. I have earned everything in my house, in my life, in proper ways, morally. That is also a happiness. Not many people can have. Atti sukha, bhoga sukha, anana sukha, anavajja sukha. Let me write that. Huh? You might like it. Lay people happiness. Right? Write it here. First sukha. Atti. Atti sukha. Second sukha, happiness for lay people. Bhoga sukha. Bhoga sukha. Third sukha is anana sukha. And I have to add that na over here, but it's okay. Do you understand that? Sukha. Fourth sukha for lay people is anavajja sukha. Once again, let me explain to you. Atti sukha means you are happy because you have things in your life, whatever the money, whatever the other things, people. Bhoga sukha means you are you're happier because you are able to enjoy whatever you have, people, everything. Anana sukha means you are happy because you have achieved things without being liable, without being indebted to anybody, somebody, anything. And final one is you are happy, you can enjoy you can be happy really because you have earned things in good ways, moral ways, not in bad ways. All right, so you can understand over here there are 5 great blessings. Any questions over here before we jump into the second stanza? Any questions about the contextual literal meanings of the first stanza? There are 5 blessings. Oh, not now. Let's go to the next one. Time over here. Kanti cha sova chasata samanananja dasanam kalena dhammasa. So we have how many blessings over there? Kanti is 1, sova chasata is 2nd, samanananja dasanam is the 3rd one, kalena dhammasa is 4. So there are 4 blessings. Kanti, what is Kanti? The Buddha says Kanti is the hardest ascetic practice. Patience. Those people who are extremely patient can grow in their Dhamma practice. Right? Some people are very, I would say, they are very impatient in their Dhamma practice. Am I a Sotapanna? Am I a Sakadagami? You know, they are very, they want to go like a very straight line to somewhere. You can't be impatient. You have to be patient. When you are patient, a lot of things happen to you. A lot of good things happen to you. Within you, around others, wherever you go, whatever you do, everything's going to work for you. Because Kanti is one of the paramitas, right? One of the paramitas, perfections. It is a blessing. Why it is a blessing? Not many people can be patient in this society. They always try to up for a fight. What did you say? Arguments, criticisms, right? Many people can practice patience in the right, proper way. They can be patient, maybe for a short time. But if you could keep your patience throughout the day, miracles going to happen. Miracles. Because it's a miracle. Patience. If you are an angry person, you might not get it. There are people who are angry 24/7, 365, always angry. For whatever the reasons. Maybe they were victims of somebody, maybe they were misused by other people, right? There may be reasons, but we should be trying to be patient as much as possible. It's a blessing. So you are creating that blessing. Patience. Second, Antita, Sova Chasata, being easy to advise or admonish. That's an interesting thing. In Buddhism, the Buddha says that we should be listening to others, not to think that we know everything. That is a big mistake in our life. Remember little monk Rahula? One day he saw Arhan Sariputta's robe was drooping, like drooping on the compound, sandy compound. Then he said, Arhant Sariputta, he's the second to the Buddha, your robe is, touching the ground. Then what he said was that even the advice that came from a 7-year-old little monk, I respectfully take that advice because it's a good thing. When good things come from anybody, we have to accept that. That is our nature. This is not a big problem to Mahayana people because their bodhicitta is like that. But for Theravadi, some people don't like taking advices from Vinyus, wise people. So the Buddha said that we should be opening up for Kalyana Mittas, wise people. Otherwise, you're going to be running into a lot of problems. Remember the story of, what was his name? K.C. K.C. doesn't mean K and C. Yeah? K.C. is a Pali name. K-E-S, long I. Okay, K.C. One day, the Buddha went to the K.C.'s horses. He was running a school for horses. He trains horses. He went there. And then now the K.C. and the Buddha, they were having a conversation. So the Buddha asked from K.C., K.C., how are you? How things going with you with the horses training? He said, things going well. I have lots of horses over here. And then he asked, what would you do if you cannot train a particular horse? Good question. Huh? Casey said, Bhante, I'm going to kill that horse. It's a waste of time. I don't have lots of time. I'm going to kill and then train somebody else. Maybe I'm going to hire another one. Then he asked the same question from the Buddha. Bhante, I think you have lots of monks and nuns. I bet that not everybody listened to you. Very normal question. So how would you behave, act upon somebody, monk or a nun, who is not listening to you? I would do the same. I would kill. Really? Do you kill monks and nuns? Yes. Now the confusion started. Then the Buddha said, all right, my killing and your killing is different. You're killing physically. But for me, what I do is that when I understand the monk or the nun does not listen to me anymore, I stop advising them. Interesting, huh? Kalyana Mitta, as the biggest Kalyana Mitta, I'm not advised. I stop advising them. Then they are done. Their life is gone, expired. This happens to us. If any Kalyana Mitta goes away from you, walks away from you, then we are deeper down, we are going down on our spiritual path. That means we should have Kalyana Mittas. So Sovachasata means that we really need somebody who can help us spiritually. We can be self-motivated, isn't it? Can't we? I know books. I learned this book. I've been listening to Dhamma talks. So we are all self-motivated. Is that enough for the practice? No, that's not enough. We need some Kalyana. Then we can do our practice easily. That's why one day, Bhante Ananda said to the Buddha, I think half of the spiritual journey, Dhamma journey, consists of Kalyana. The Buddha said, no, don't say like that. The complete Dhamma journey of anybody consists of noble friends. Why? Noble friends affect us for the practice. That means we should be opening up for somebody who is really a Kalyana Mitta. If not, we are not able to continue our Dhamma journey. This is where people get stuck. They start doing everything on their own. I go here, I do this, I read this. But finally, have I progressed in my Dhamma journey? No. I have been just going here and there. There's no problem. I have been stuck in my Dhamma journey. I know a lot of Dhamma, but nothing has been working out for me. My application, my practice has not been progressing because there's nobody to advise. There's nobody to what do you call supervise my practice. It's mandatory. That's why the Buddha said we should have 2 Kalyanamittas. At the very least, one is the Shakyamuni Buddha. He's already with us. I mean, his advice is Dhamma. And second is a living friend. Right? Living friend. All right. Sovachasata is such a blessing. Should be open up for the Kalyanamittas' advice. And then Samana Nancha Dasanam, the site of monastics. Is it a blessing? Do you consider seeing monastics a blessing?
Yes, Bhante, yes.
Right. But remember the story of the hunter. Remember? There was a hunter who went on hunting. He saw a monk on the way. He thought, today I'm not going to be able to hunt any animal. Same thing happened to him. He could not find any animal. On the way back also, he saw the monk, same monk. Then he thought, today I won't have food at my home. My wife will not be able to make some food. So he started attacking the monk in the forest. It's an old story actually in Buddhist texts. Then what happened? He had dogs, wild dogs. So he asked them to chase the monk. The monk was able to climb onto the tree. And all of a sudden, when he was trying to attack him with some sticks, the rope fell into the hunter's body. So the dogs were ignorant about it. Dogs thought the monk fell down onto the ground. And then they attacked the hunter. Right? So at that time, people had a belief seeing monks, monastics is not a blessing. That's why the Buddha said here, seeing monks is a blessing. Samananancha dasam. Not looking for the monks, seeing monks. Right? Samananancha dasam. You are not purposely going to see them. Definitely it is for your purpose. But when you are going somewhere, you get to see some monks, monastics, it is a blessing. But Buddha never say it is Buddhist monks only, right? You may see a Catholic priest. It is also a blessing. Why not? It is a blessing too, because they are also spreading the spirituality. You see a Hindu priest. It is a blessing too, because we don't characterize. You get to see Buddhist monks. It's a different thing. Definitely you are happier. But even when you see somebody like that, you should think my day is going to be full of happiness today. Right? That kind of attitude is a blessing. All right. Finally, Kali, again, the timely issue came in here. Now, before in this stanza, we talk about you should listen to Dhamma at the right time. That is a blessing. Do not listen to Dhamma at the wrong time. But here now, listening to the Dhamma discussion also should be done at the right time. Timely discussion of the Dhamma teaching. Kali in a Dhamma Sakacha. Sakacha means discussion. Why is it? Now you are going into a party, huh? People are drinking and eating. Let's talk about Parisampad here. Is that a good place for that? No. You are going to gossip about somebody. So that is why the Buddha said you should discuss Dhamma at the right time. That means whenever you are ready, with some respect for that. Because whenever you do things with respect, you are going to learn out of it. Just because it is good, you should not do whenever you can listen to, whenever you can discuss. Right? Buddha had this. When some people asked questions on the way, Buddha did not respond to them, not for a proper time. Right? So we have to always understand, give respect to the Dhamma. Right? You respect the Sangha, but give respect to the Dhamma. That means do not engage in listening to Dhamma talk at the wrong time. It's not going to be a blessing. Do not engage in Dhamma discussion at the wrong time. It's not going to be a blessing. Always with respect, find a proper time. This time I'm going to be focusing. Right? So they are going to be blessings in turn. All right. Any questions about today? We discuss about 9 blessings today. Yeah. Any questions about the 9 blessings we discussed today, or maybe the literal, contextual meanings of them, pronunciation.
Bhante,
Yes.
Sovacha Sata is a compound word of how many words? Sovacha Sata. Could Sovacha Sata is a compound word of
well, what we have to,
or is just a one word only?
No, this is the original word, suvacha. Now, sovachasa comes from suvacha, right? That means, suvacha means obedient, actually. Obedient or listening to others, opening up. This is how the word comes. Yeah, suvacha. I think you may have seen this in the Metta Sutta. Remember? Suvacho, suvacho chassa muduanatimana. Suvacha. Vacha means words. Su means that you listen to other people's words. So chassa is a grammatical combination where you get suvacha.
How about Sata, Bhante? S-A-T-A. Is it a word?
S-A?
The Sata. Sovacha Sata. Sata.
Chassata. You mean suvachasata? Here?
Yes. Yeah.
No, that I think it is the state of suvacha. We are not actually, here, thing is that I'm not trying to explain a lot of grammatical things because I said that it's not going to be a grammar class. We only go to the meaning and some of the very light areas of the grammar. That's why I'm not trying to explain things mainly from a grammatical point. Yeah, so what I can say is that sovachasata comes from suvacha. Suvacha means listening to others. And when you say, as you asked me, chasata, that means the state of suvacha, state of being obedient, state of opening up for somebody, opening up for a kalyana. That is how we have to take. We are not going to do a lot of deconstructions of the word. So it's going to be a Pali grammar class at that point. Just the light meaning, at the same time, contextual idea of the text. All right?
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
All right, anybody else? We'll take one more minute. If not, we're going to wrap this up. And the other thing when you talk about suvacha is that you don't have to listen to everybody, right? Then we don't know what they are telling us. So you have to understand who is my kalyana mitta, right? Then you patiently listen to what that person says to you. Even when the kalyana mitta says to you something, you have to understand what it is, not just because that person told. Buddha always told us to rationalize, think about it, being wise, and then to put it into action. Yes, Susan? Yeah, please unmute.
Please, could you spell Kalyana? Kalyana.
Kalyana mitta. Kalyana.
Could you spell it for me?
Kalyana, let me show you. It's much better to show you. Yeah, this one.
Yes.
Yeah, kalyana mitta, right? Kalyana. Actually, this word kalyana is used for good stuff. Kalyana and papa. Kalyana means good, papa means bad. But here, kalyana means, I would say, who is a kalyana mitta actually? Let me ask you. Some folks, who is a kalyana mitta?
The teacher.
Your Dharma friends and teachers.
Well, let's go for a little bit defined idea of kalyana mitta. You could say Buddha is kalyana mitta. Those monks are kalyana mittas.
Spiritual friends.
Yeah, spiritual friends. But how did the Buddha exactly explain who is a kalyana? How to spot them?
Oh,
there should be a way. You might say,
not the banda.
okay, You might say those people who go with you for the retreat. You might say those people who come to the Pali class. Those people who go with you on a, I would say, temple visit. Those people who go with you for the temple, for dana, you might say they are Kalyan Mitras. But there is a definitive meaning of Kalyan Mitra. This is given in the Vyakkapacha Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya. Buddha says how to spot. The way how to spot a Kalyan Mitra is if you observe, if you feel that your saddha, somebody has surpassed your saddha, trust about Buddha Dhamma Sangha. There's somebody who has surpassed, right? That means somebody has more saddha than you about Buddha Dhamma Sangha. This is one criterion. Second, if somebody has more sila than you, somebody has surpassed sila, surpassed you in sila. If somebody has surpassed you in dana, I would say chaga, generosity. If somebody has surpassed you in panya, that is more panya, more saddha, more sila, more chaga, that is the kalyan. Not somebody who has not surpassed, right? Actually, we are not trying to walk away from our friends. You may have friends, but in order to consider this friend is a Kalyana Mitra, that person should be having more saddha, more sila, more chaga, more panya than you. Right? That is the definition. Right? So at least if you cannot find them, be with people who have equal saddha, at least something similar to you, but not with somebody who has low like saddha, low sila, low chaga, low panya, because you will never grow with that person, right? Can you grow with that person? Not spiritual. You will grow in some other ways, not spiritual. You will grow with that person. That means you are still talking, but you are not giving that spiritual, or I would say Kalyana Mitra status to that person.
Bhante,
Yes,
what is the name of the, you were saying about the Kalyana Mitra Sutta, is it? What, from which
no,
ayah?
let me show you. Vyaggapacha. Let's go there. Type it here. Yeah, Vyaggapacha Sutta. Okay, Digajano. Let's see the Sutta center. Better. Yeah, Digajano Sutta. We are going to the Pali one. Digajanu of the Kolians asked the Buddha to teach in a way suitable for lay people like you who enjoy life. The Buddha teaches 4 practical ways to ensure success in this life and another 4 ways to ensure success in the next. Let's go to Pali first because we don't believe. I normally don't believe translation a lot. And then go to translation. See, Atamacha Vyapajja Kalyana Mittata. See, Ida Vyakapajja Kulaputto Yasmin Gameva Nigameva Pativasati. All that saying. Buddha Silano, Saddha Sampanna, Sila Sampanna, Chaga Sampanna, Panya. See, if you want to go for the English translation, let's take one of them. See here. This person translated admirable, but let's say Kalyana Mitra. There is the case where a layperson in whatever town or village he may dwell spends time with householders or householders, sons, young or old, who are advanced in virtue. He talks to them, engages them in discussions. He emulates. This is a little bit a deeper word. Consummate, that means saddha, in those who are consummate. Then virtue, sila, then generosity, then discern, panya. These are some difficult words, I guess, bad translations. Let's go back to the other translation. Let's see here. Okay, and in that place there are householders, so there are children who may be young or old, but are mature in conduct, accomplished in faith, saddha. Ethics means sila. Generosity means chagadan, wisdom. He associates with them. converses and engages in discussion, and he emulates, grows better. The same kind of accomplishment in Saddha Sila Chagapanya. This is called Kalyana Mitrata. That means now you associate someone who has surpassed you in Saddha Sila Chagapanya. Thereby, you are advancing your Saddha Sila Chagapanya. That is where you're going to be having a Kalyana. What if that you have somebody, your existing Saddha goes down, existing Sila goes down, existing Chaga goes down, existing Panya goes down, Pavamita. Pretty easy to understand. So, have you found such a Kalyana Mitra so far? It is a question to you. All right, so it is not just the people who accompany you. They are good people. They may be good people, but they are not going to be the, not going to fall into that Kalyana Mitra definition. If you want to consider them into Kalyana Mitra definition, they must have advanced you in Saddha Sila Chagapanya. All right, any more questions? Let's take one more minute.
Bhante, I've got a question, Bhante.
Yes.
If we were to start reading the Nikayas, which volume would you recommend that we start first?
Well, interesting question. I would say do not try reading Nikaya books from one to at beginning to the end. It is a useless effort because you will read, but your knowledge, your Dhamma knowledge, your wisdom will not arise. Always consult an erudite scholarly monk who has both the knowledge and the practice. I would recommend you to start from couple suttas. One is Alagadupama Sutta. You will know why you learn Dhamma. Let me show you. I think the other sutta I could not show you the number, right? So this is what you call Anguttara Nikaya 8.54. Okay, this is about the Kalyana. Now, as Neo asked me, I would recommend you, all of you, a sutta. If you have time, read whenever you're free. This is the sutta. This sutta is Majjhima Nikaya, I would say 22. This sutta says, interestingly, this sutta, Majjhima Nikaya 22, Alagadupam. This sutta says, if you're going to learn Dhamma in the wrong way, it's like that you are trying to catch a snake cobra in the wrong place. What will happen to you?
Bitten.
Dhamma, that Dhamma will bite you.
Yeah.
We don't try to touch a snake, definitely.
By the head.
Huh? What's that?
Catch with by the head, not the tail.
Yeah,
The
catch
tail
by,
will-
if you catch by the head, if you catch by the tail, definitely you will be bitten by the snake. So the gypsies, snake catchers know how to catch with the stick. They know a proper way to catch. In the same way, Buddha says, do not learn Dhamma in the improper way. That Dhamma will take you to a wrong side. Definitely you will not grow in that Dhamma practice. So please read this sutta. You will learn that. Alagadupam Sutta. Slowly read. So I normally teach people, if you want to learn Dhamma, first you learn the methodology of Dhamma. Methodology. The methodology of the Dhamma is given in this sutta. Then you will learn what is the purpose of learning Dhamma. Why should I learn? Where to learn? How to learn? All are given in this sutta. All right? Then you will know the rest. I don't have to say this sutta, that sutta. You will learn where to start, what to read, how to read, what should be my focus. But unfortunately, many people do not know. They just cherry pick whatever somebody said. I read this one, I read this one. Finally, it's a factory of Dhamma. Don't know what to do with them. Sometimes they are not consistent too, because these were only maintained by oral traditions without sometimes a proper focus. In one sutta, it says something, other sutta says something. Sometimes there are some doctrinal problems too. I'm not talking about the noble truths, other things. It's better to read this sutta and then to understand where to take my Dhamma journey. All right, so let's wrap this up.
Sorry, what is the MN reference, please?
Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 22. Maybe I can copy and paste. That will be easier.
Can MN 22 is
Yeah, I'm
enough.
going to copy and paste, so it's easy for all of you to read them. All right, this is the Sutta. Majjhima for those who don't want to click on the link. Hey, Dhamma folks, I had to get ready for the Dhamma talk over here. Couple of minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up from here. All right, so let's share all the good karmas. May all the good karmas that we have been accumulating today by learning another set of higher blessings be transferred to all our departed relatives who passed away in this life and in previous life. If the departed people were reborn in a place of pain, may they be able to release from those painful realms. If they were already reborn in a place of comfort, happiness, may they be able to improve those lives and finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me jnati nangutu sukita punyate. Idam me jnati nangutu sukita punyatayo. Idam me jnati nangutu sukita punyatayo. In all the good karmas be shared by all the devas, nagas, and mahitikas. May devas, nagas, and mahitikas be well and happy. May they protect and bless all of you, all of us, for good health, quality of life, prosperity, safety, and all the good things. Finally, may devas, nagas, and mahitikas also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavataj ammehi sabbatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabbasang patti sindhya. Ittavataj ammehi sabbatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabbasang patti sindhya. Ittavataj ammehi sabbatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabbasang patti sindhya. Akasatta cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu lokasasanam. Akasatta cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu desanam. Akasatta cha bhummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhantu mang paranti chirang rakhantu tvang sadati. In this sansaric journey, may we be able to be in the company of the Kalyana Mittas, as we said earlier. May the Kalyana Mittas always support us, always guide us, always be with us. May we be not in the company of the Papa Mittas, who may drive us out of the Kalyana Mittas path, Dhamma journey. Thinking thus, we're going to recite this wish. Imina punya kammene mami bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yavani bana patiya. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today so far be supported and helpful or supportive for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang vaddha pachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvannu sukhang balam ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samidujatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. For the newcomers, I want to tell you that if you want the previous videos, please send me a WhatsApp message. I will send you the previous videos, which thereby you can catch up with the previous lessons. Unless otherwise, I wish you a good night and seeing you next Thursday for the next class. Take care. Have a good night.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante.
Take
Sadhu,
care.
sadhu, sadhu. Take
Thank
care.
you,
Sister too.
Bhante.
Okay.
Sadhu,
Good night.
sadhu, sadhu.
Night.
Take care.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Good
Bhante.
night.
Thank you, Bhante.
Good night and take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, Bhante.
Rina,
Thank you, Bhante. See you.
see you.
Bye.
Take care,
Bhante,
Bhante.
see you in Samadhi
Okay.
Vihara, Bhante.
Yeah, see you, this Saturday. Yes.
Yeah, see you there.
See you. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I'm going to,
Good night.
Good night.
I'm going to
Bye.
stop this.
Bye.
Yeah.